Well, it's Wednesday with Mr. Wendell here in downtown Corpus Christi, Texas, 418 People Street at the Red Octopus Studios. We have the CEO, CFO, Felicia Gomez Simpson is here, of course, and her husband Sam Simpson is in there micro mining. But my special guest today is Shawn Miller. Yeah, and that's spelled S-H-A-W-N, not S-E-A-N, all right? He's not related to Sean Connery. So how you doing, Shawn? What's going on? You had a little disturbance? Something going on when you parking somebody's spot there across the street?
No, I didn't park in nobody's spot. I have a son that makes music. He's very talented. He makes his own beats. He writes his own songs. He actually won a contest on iHeartRadio here in America. That everyone across America that were songwriters or music producers or people that may not be famous. It was just for anybody with that talent. Well, he submitted his brother,
Who
my son Jacob,
Jacob,
his brother Blake. Said my son Jacob's the artist, and his brother Blake entered his song into this contest without him knowing. Well, then he won, and he won a trip to Los Angeles to open up for Lil Wayne, and have a 1-year recording contract up there in Los Angeles with Lil Wayne and all those guys. And at the time that my son submitted that song, he didn't realize that his brother quit rapping, and he didn't want to make music like that because he felt like it was sending a bad message out to the younger folks. So he quit rapping and totally went a different genre, different angle of his music. And he's very, very good at it, and he's got a really good song. Actually, Felicia used it at one of their modeling shows that they did over there at Sunrise Mall, and played his song as the girls came out on the runway, and it was really cool. And my son's super talented, and when I pulled up this morning, I got here kind of early, right?
Yeah.
So I seen this young man or whatever coming out of Produce Studio. And so I rolled my window down. I said, "Hey," I was like, "Is y'all? This is the studio. Do y'all do sound, like recording music and stuff like that?" He goes, "Yeah, we do." Well, he said, "We do." Yes, we do. So I considered that maybe he's part of the crew, and then he came out of that door of that place of business. And I said, "Well, I'd like to give some money." He goes, "Man, I'm busy right now. I got a new car. I got things to do." I was like, "Look, man, I'm just trying to give y'all some money and prepay some recording time for my son to come in here because Bayside Studios didn't give him release a song for like 2 months, and he finally got it because that dude I don't know what he was doing, but he finally got it from him, and I don't want him recording over there, so I'm trying to find him a new spot." And this dude told me, "Go to our website." And so I went to look for the website. I didn't even know the name, so I'm looking up Sound Studio, and it didn't come up. And so then I go up to his new Cadillac, and I kind of looking by his window, and he rolls down his window and he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Bro, I need the website name so I can look up the Sound Studio website, so I can get my son going." And he goes, "You're coming at me kind of aggressive. You need to step back." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "No, I ain't coming at you aggressive. I'm here trying to talk to you man to man and figure some stuff out. Am I wrong for being a good father? Am I wrong for looking out for my children and trying to find somewhere they can come do music? Don't sit here and look at me in my chonkless and my hat and my clothes and think, oh, I ain't nobody." I'm sure if I was standing there in a nice suit, the guy would have had all the time in the world. Or if I was standing there in a police uniform, I don't think he would have been talking to me like that. And I'm sick of people not being respectful. I'm sick of people not being punctual. I'm sick and tired of it because everyone has lowered their standards across the board to where they come to accept half-assness.
Mediocre.
And mediocre is the new standard. And it's not the new standard.
I agree.
Because the lazier you are, the lower your standard gets, and so it makes it easy for you to go, "Oh, this is the standard." No, it's the standard to your lazy ass.
I agree.
That's what the standard is. The standard is to fit your lazy lifestyle. You ain't no hustler. You want to get up. You want to get up there. You wake up early. Just like people that sell weed. You don't wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Nobody wants to wait till 2 to get ripped. You wake up early. It's what's called wake and bake.
That's right.
It's not called after lunch special.
Now, speaking of that, now, how many children do you have?
3.
Okay, and that's 2 boys and a girl. Okay. And
29, 28, and a 15-year-old daughter, and I got 3 grandchildren. And then I got 3 grandchildren on my wife's side.
Okay. All right. And so you are married, and you and Marcy been married now for
Yeah, we've been together for about 6 years now, and married for 2,
yeah.
I think. I think it's in September, our wedding anniversary. I think September 2nd.
Yeah. And you're originally from where?
I was born in Houston, Texas, Herman Hospital. Moved to Oklahoma, where men are men and sheep are scared. And then after got done in Oklahoma, moved to Galveston.
Yeah.
And went to Lamarck High School. And then after that, I kind of, went out on the road. I ran away when I was 16, lived in a car. I was sitting in my living room looking at my speedometer one day, and I thought, man, what is going on with life? You know what I mean? If you're sitting in your living room looking at your speedometer, then there might be something going on.
Yeah, really something going on. Really good, really good. Man.
Yeah, so I had to learn to get out in the world and speak it into existence and walk in faith every single day and whatever my goals were, I had to believe in them and believe in myself. I had to let my mind conceive it, my heart to believe it, so my hands could achieve it.
There you go. And see, a man that has his own tools can build and provide for himself and for a family. That I do know. Mm-hmm. And you do that very well. And also, how long you been doing the stand-up comedy scene?
A little over 6 years.
A little over 6 years. Well, and by saying that, you know, it's nothing widespread. Local comedian, you know, you've been down in the Valley and Houston. Have you branched out to Vegas or anywhere that other people go?
No, I've been to several shows all over the Valley. A few shows up in Houston. Several shows here in Corpus. About 4 or 5 shows up at the Selena Auditorium, with some of the bigger guys and headliners, and just Texas mainly, and that's okay with me. I don't mind being a Texas comedian, and the other thing is I'm kind of my worst enemy because I don't have a comedy website. I don't have any comedy on Facebook. I don't have nothing, so people don't know who I am.
I have a comedy page. I don't expose it. I haven't used it enough. Like how you should do that or.
It's because we're old school.
And I just, I'm on cruise control, man.
That's me.
I don't have time to use.
They call me when they need me.
Yeah, and just go ahead and do that, and it's a lot better. I think because I've told you this time and time again that I'll put you in. I like your style because Larry the Cable Guy and Jeff Foxworthy. And then with all the other attributes that you have about you that people don't know till they really get to talk to you. And things like that. The persona, hey, you can't judge a book by its cover, man. Talk a little bit, see what's going on.
I was going to wear my Daisy Dukes because that's usually what I wear. I don't like to wear pants. I wear short jean cutoffs, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because the stool's kind of high right here.
Yeah.
I could have done some look.
Oh my God, I have a story.
Double spread.
So, I was the only girl on my street growing up, right? And I had a neighbor across the street that would wear Daisy Dukes. Well, one day I was out there. I was like 13. And he bent down to pick up the water hose, and his Wevel fell out. His ball just... And, I saw it, and I just took running across the street. And I was like, oh, my God, Dad. And so my dad had to go and tell him, there's the girl.
Hey, bro, there's children in this neighborhood, and your balls are flying around. No, I wear underwear. So I like to wear tight underwear to keep all that stuff, hidden from the public.
Right. Now, this Friday, you're on a ticket, and is at Boozers?
It's at Boozers. It's 8 o'clock. And is Boozers the old Baba Rufus?
No.
Oh, it's not?
No.
So I've been telling everybody the wrong place?
Oh, yeah.
I've been telling everybody it's the old Baba Rufus.
No.
Boozers
Right there,
over there by Fat Tads off of SPID and Weber.
Yeah, right there, Weber. Either way you come on Weber, if you're traveling
that place where you can get t-shirt decal stuff? There. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that. Is it a good venue?
There's a pawn shop.
Well, I've never been in there, but I understand when people are telling me, this turned into
Is it a big venue?
Yeah. Have you been in there?
When it was a Mexican bar.
Is it? Do I need to wear a phone book in case they try to stab me or something?
No.
I don't know.
More rocker style, I heard.
You better go first into
more rock,
Rock.
rock style.
Yeah.
So I should go dress like Kiss or something.
I
jeans
know.
and-
I just don't. That's just what I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else gonna be on there with you? You're gonna have Brandon Downey and Ana J. Ramirez, the #1 sales lady, Aaron Carranza, Jack Irwin, you know, and
There's just a lot of them.
that's gonna be quite a few. So that'll be a pretty good. Joseph Contreras, I believe, and then the following weekend you're gonna be in Aruba Style. We're gonna be on that ticket together.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good show.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
gonna be
wait
a
for
good
that.
show. They said it's gonna be held at a what now?
At a dispensary, at a
Dispensary.
CBD dispensary.
Now, we're not putting the business in the streets. It's already been in the streets. They've been having shows there, so don't act like I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, no.
I'm just gonna go check it out and see what it did.
Yeah, same with me. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking about. Maybe after this, running out there just to get a look at the. I like to always go ahead and get a look at the venue.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
so I
agree.
have a mental
A mental-
idea
right.
of what's gonna happen. or
Because
what's going
once
on.
you know one thing, how when you go into a venue, what do you want to see?
Well, I want to see lots of chronic.
No, not in this
Oh,
dispensary.
oh, oh.
I'm talking about as far as
I'm talking about any venue.
yeah,
Any venue that I go to.
I like to see a stage.
Oh yeah, I like to see a stage. Is always a good point. Some venues ain't got no stages.
That's right.
And then the ground level.
Yeah, and that's
then when
like-
you're ground level,
it's not
table
good.
talk gets loud.
Yeah, yes it does.
Because
Exactly.
you're not promoted up onto a stage
To
where
blast
people
it out.
can see you to
Right.
blast out.
Yeah,
the-
because you're all
the
even
comedy.
killed. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what gets me. That's
Yeah, I'm thinking most venues. I'm looking for big fat chicks,
And
chronic,
cheetah print.
cheetah print clothing, Fitbits. I'm looking for the Fitbit. Dude, the
There
Fitbit
you
has
go.
got to be the stupidest thing in the world. They made a little watch that you can wear that counts your steps
Yeah.
during the day.
Yeah.
Because you're having to worry about, like if you was in shape, you wouldn't buy a Fitbit. You wouldn't be worried about, well, did I walk 1,000 miles?
Right.
But if you had a big old fat ass,
Yeah.
you would be worried about having a
Yeah.
Fitbit to know to monitor your walking, right? Well, I don't get it. I'm not going to spend that money on a Fitbit. You know why? You know what I have in my home?
What's that?
A mirror. I have a mirror that I can look in and go, oh yeah, my ass is
Yeah.
still fat. I got
Yeah.
10,000 more
Yeah.
steps to take.
Yeah, there we
You know
go.
what I mean? It's
There
like,
we
what do
go.
people do? You rely on that Fitbit to keep you from eating tacos and counting your steps? Are you
It's
an
so
idiot?
crazy because, like, as a trainer, that they do these wellness programs for corporations and
Right.
stuff, and they always say, count your steps. You get this many steps in, and I'm thinking, no, y'all need to be counting the calories you put in your mouth first.
No, that's right. That's right.
How about we teach them calorie?
Back in the old days, they used to wire
someone.
someone's jaw shut. In the old days, if ladies wanted to lose weight or men or whatever, they would wire their jaw shut. And I ain't trying to be ugly. I come
Yeah.
from a family. All of my family's fat.
Yeah.
I had a big fat family. I mean, it ain't about being the fat, but it's about the shit you're putting on.
Yeah.
Like you ain't walked past a mirror before you go out into public. Like you ain't got a mirror in your house. You're gonna go out, rolling out in some little shorts that coming up your ass, but they're triple extra large. I didn't even know they made bikinis in triple extra large. Why are you trying to put a bikini on?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Then-
The mirror ain't lying, and neither is that shit you feel flopping around back there ain't lying either. You don't feel that? Your little watch ain't gonna keep you from going, oh, I'm doing that big
And see, the
man.
thing about that is now is that since what they call them, big beautiful women, and they want to let them, I got all
They call it
this.
BBW.
I don't
Yeah.
mind
Right.
a voluptuous woman. I don't. It ain't even about that. It's just about having enough self-respect for yourself. And if you are fat and ugly, you better be nice. You
Or
better
smart.
be nice. Because I'm telling you right now, when I was real fat, I was the nicest guy around because I wanted friends. I didn't want people to think I was some kind of an asshole. And then when I see these big fuckers that are humongous and shitty attitude too, oh hell no! Oh hell no! You ain't got no part of good lookingness in you at all as a human being. I like to look at the inside. I like to see what kind of people really possess inside themselves.
Yeah, I know that's right.
If
Hey,
I'm fat and ugly, I ain't gonna be a dick. I'm gonna be as nice as I can because I want to live happy. I want to have a nice life.
yeah,
Motherfuckers need to
and
quit
y'all know
treating
who's telling the
themselves.
truth. You know who's telling the
They
truth,
need to
y'all.
quit treating
You
themselves.
know what's really going on.
Quit lying to yourself. Let
because
go.
just like
Let go.
baseball season is started, man. Even tonight we have.
It's like signing your fat kid up for dance class.
oh man,
Your kid weighs 300 pounds. What the fuck are you
Dude.
signing your kid up for dance class? You're setting them up for failure. The fat ass ain't man there.
Well,
Get
maybe
him to
he
do it.
likes to dance.
Yeah.
So
It
there's,
doesn't matter.
I've seen some TikTok.
Are you gonna tell if your kid's ugly as fuck? If you have the ugliest fuck child, and they're
Then
kind of
maybe
slow,
his dance
are
moves
you
are
gonna
his
constantly
aspect.
tell them that they're so smart? If your kid's kind of slow and they're ugly as fuck, are you gonna tell them all day? Oh, you're so smart and good looking. You should be a model.
Well, they'll
No,
find out later
you're
on.
not. You're not. I don't have kids. I had one good-looking kid. I had one that was kind of ugly. I told him, son, you got to work harder. You're the ugly with your other brother. You're the ugly. Your brother has a nice jawline, a good-looking smile. He's gonna have it easier. But son, you're looking like kind of little, like your mama drank a fifth of whiskey every day when she was pregnant. Son, your eyes are kind of. I was like, what you doing? You got to work a little harder, study a little harder.
That is so
Like,
funny.
you set your kids up for fucking failure. Oh my cute little, oh my sweet little beautiful angel! You sweet little beautiful angel's pushing 400 fucking pounds.
And
Ain't nothing little about that shit.
I guess it's just like when they had the little categories for little small girls that be in them contests. And
The beauty contest?
The beauty contest.
The little midgets? Or are you talking about the kids?
I'm talking about the kids.
Oh man, don't be putting your kids in that shit. You can dress your kid up like she's going to a stripper pole. And they're 5 years old out there with all that makeup. You got them dancing provocative. What's wrong with people? America's all messed up, man. And I deal with it every single day, everywhere I go. I wish I had a t-shirt that said, I see stupid people. Remember that movie, I See Ghosts or whatever?
Yeah.
And the kid, well, that's me. I see stupid people all day long and I can't help it.
We
I
should
think I
make you a
attract
shirt.
them.
We'll make you a shirt.
I think I attract them. I think I really do attract them. You're going to get the ugliest person to work the drive-thru? Sure, it's shitty food. It's shitty food. That job is for teenagers. It's not for 55-year-old woman. The hell are you doing? Get out that job thing, girl. What are you doing? You're 55 years old. Take that job for a senior in high school.
There we
Girl,
go.
you need to be working the fries. You don't need to be up here trying to communicate because you got my order all fucked up already. You know what I mean? You work the fry basket. It's
Yeah, but
placement.
them
It's placement
teenagers
in
don't
life.
listen.
No, I know, but it's
That
shitty
order's
food.
gonna be shitty
It's
too.
sure it's gonna be shitty all the time. You're going to a shitty place for shitty food.
See now
It
you,
produces a turd. It's a fake ass.
I
It
don't eat
produces a
fast
turd.
food as it is.
Yeah, you go see.
And so
you know,
now
it produces a turd.
I ain't going through there no more now.
No, man, I ain't even kidding. I ain't even kidding.
Oh man, I know this will be a good one today.
I'm
gonna
just
have a
being
good day
serious,
today,
man.
You know.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just it's gotten worse. I think that people got blinders on. I think that they've shaped themselves.
Well, there's
to
a lack
accept
of
and
respect,
see,
and they don't
and-
care.
And they don't care.
And now there's anything and everything goes now.
Now, anything and everything goes.
It goes. I don't care.
There's nothing that will surprise
I
me.
had to really grasp myself when with men with the man bond. Now, because I can see that now over the time that I came up.
I ain't knocking a man bun, but that's just a handle for their partner to grab and drive it in his ass.
Hey, whatever they want to use it for.
I was-
It's just like back in the day coming up, you just see a lot of long-haired white guys, you know. Then the brothers had a lot of pros. Then when the pros transfer, people want to start processing, they want slick hair. It's just like, you know, the black women, they wanted that long hair so they could drive in the drop top and shake their hair. Long they don't have to using Gorilla Glue. They don't have to worry about that wig falling off or weave. But my point being is that now, guys, you know, you really got to stand in front of them. Now, if they sitting down and they got the long hair, you better get around. Don't be in the club like you used to be and trying to
You're saying that
turn
they-
around. Hey, I'm just saying.
That's
They
true.
turn around quick and their hair stays there. It's like this. What you done?
And
He's
so-
just saying also, like, you just don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
Or a girl, yeah, exactly. That's the
Some
thing.
guys
So
be
my
looking
point
feminine,
being,
some girls
I
be
do
looking
want to do.
masculine.
People just and now they say, oh, you don't have any hair. Well, that's right. I had a receding hairline back when I was in high school. People used to laugh at me, you know, and I didn't like that. I didn't get bullied. They used to laugh. They only laughed for so long. You know, my point being is that hey, if you ain't got no hair, you ain't got no hair. And some people I didn't know actually that men are actually putting
Plugs.
more hair in their
Yeah.
or tied
Their hair
in.
It looks like cornrows. It looks
Uh-huh.
horrible. I was thinking about it because I'm bald and I have a shitty comb over and it flies around when the winds are up. You know what I mean? It's like a little California comb over.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I don't like it. I hate being bald because I had beautiful hair when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And then I started losing that
Yeah.
shit rapidly as
Yeah.
I got older and worked and raised kids.
Mine got lost, and when they had a lot of guys on the football team, when I was like, hey man, let's all shave off our hair, man. We can be united.
Oh, I remember.
The 22 blacks.
That's okay if you're skinny and in good shape, but if you're fat and you shave your
Hold
head,
on,
you better
I was
slow down.
the only one that did it though.
Everybody else didn't do it. Mr. Wendell was the
Only one that did it, and then
There's
so
that.
now I have to go through ridicule. So either the ones that who wanted to fight, we would fight. We get in a little nutcracker, we got in the nutcracker because I don't like that. You know, my point being is that okay, I want to be different. I want to be different. Man, but my point being is with the man bonds, you can do whatever you want, man. I'm just going to check you out. You know, because when you're pulling on your hair like that, your hair, when, you know,
I don't have it.
I don't know.
It does. I'm sure it does. You know what they did to me in school, Wendell? I went to hang out with these popular kids, and I never got to hang out with them really because I just kind of did my own thing because the only people that liked me in high school were the girls and some of the teachers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went to school just to mess around with the teachers and pick up girls, really. That's what I went for.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was in special ed, and I did that for a long time, and I was embarrassed while the kids, some of the cool kids that weren't in special ed was having a party, and I got invited to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hanging out thinking I'm part of the crew. You know,
Yeah.
kids are mean.
Yeah, they
Meanest in the world. Meaner than adults,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, of course. I
So
agree.
I'm in there, and they go, hey, we're going to play a game where you get underneath this blanket. And when you get underneath the blanket, you got a certain time limit, and you got a time races against whoever can take all their clothes off, underwear, everything, all at one time. Hold it outside the blanket, show them that you did it, pull it back in, and get dressed in a certain amount of time.
Right.
So they give you this big blanket, and you get up underneath it, right? And they had a couple of kids that were cool, do it, just to show that it's okay.
Yeah.
They're like, come on, Shawn, you can do it. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to jump up under there, you know, and take all my shit off. And I took all my shit off. When I held it outside the blanket, they grabbed it. Then they grabbed the blanket. Now I'm sitting here naked. You know what I mean? Sure, everybody was pointing laughing. And yeah, I got a couple new girlfriends out the deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I wasn't trying to, you know, but I was embarrassed, you know?
Yeah.
And I was so embarrassed, man. My eyes started tearing up.
Yeah.
I felt that red feeling that comes from the inside that turns you red. You know, and you just feel like, man, I can't believe I fell for that. Because you feel real stupid after you realize you just fell for some stupid shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It don't make you feel like you're
No.
a smart man or made a good decision.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. Kids, that's what they did to me, you know. And towards the end, I went to Lamarck. Lamarck was an all black school.
Yeah.
There was, I think, 2,000 students there, probably 10 white kids. And I signed up for athletics, for football, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was a mistake, Wendell.
Why is that?
Well, because after the football game, we all went into the gym and the athletics to go shower and change, and they have just shower heads coming out the wall. There ain't no dividers.
Yeah.
Like you just get naked and standing
Yeah.
there with everybody
Right.
else.
Right.
Man, that was the only way I did up in that motherfucker. Bro, I all rolled up in there and I was like, oh, hell no. I seen some dude's old weenie grab the bar soap off the ground, start washing his legs. He washed his legs with it. He washed his legs, man. His weenie handed the soap to the guy standing next to him.
Oh, shit.
I said, oh, hell no. I'll wait to take my shower.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go last, I think, guys.
Just run right through the water.
But why are you 26 years old and playing varsity football in high school? You got your wife and kids on the teachers kept them. The teachers kept these guys. These guys were 350, 7 feet tall. They was linebackers. I went to school with linebackers. Wendell. I was like, there ain't no way in hell this guy's got kids and a chick on sideline playing varsity football. And they went to state every single year. They went to state. And then you know who they'd go against? Kyle. Every year they'd go to Kyle and Lamarck and Kyle.
Yeah, well, I remember when they played a couple of games, when they played once here at Buck Stadium, and, you know, they kicked off to Carolina, kicked off to Lamarck. Well, they ran it for a touchdown, but they said it was a flag. So they kicked off to them again, the same thing happened. And them dudes were busting them boys.
Them dudes are big, man. Those guys are big. I learned to rap. I learned to break dance. I entered a break dance group. My dad freaked out because I was black for about 4 years or so.
I did a breakdancing crew. They called me Smiles, SMYLZ, because like I had a huge cheesy smile, like I do as an adult. But yeah, and we had beads. We wore beads.
We carried cardboard, Wendell.
Do what?
We carried cardboard with us in the jam box.
Yep. Or no,
we'd fold that cardboard and we'd set that jam box down. Down.
Get on busy.
Oh yeah, jam on it. Yeah, we had a good time.
Did y'all do the little?
My dad was an old cowboy. You know what I mean? And I was as black as they came. You know what I mean? And so I had a Michael Jackson glove that I wore, and he hated it. He hated that glove.
He was Malibu.
He hated
Have you seen Malibu's Most Wanted?
And he would tell me, "Boy,
Malibu Tay."
my dad would tell me before I go with my friends. He goes, he would tell me, "Boy, get your black ass over there and take out the trash." That's what he'd tell me because he couldn't stand it that his little country boy went to rap and dancing and break dancing. And so when he would tell me that, I'd go, "Cha-cha, yee," and then I'd moonwalk over to the trash can in front of me. He'd get mad. He'd get so mad. Oh man, he'd get so mad. And then when I'd go to hang out with my friends and I'd be leaving, and my friends would come to pick me up, and he'd go like this. "Now, boy, be careful out there when you're taking one in the ass, because I know you're gay. I ain't going to tell your mom. That's our secret." I'd be like, "Dad, I ain't gay." "That's our secret, son. It's okay. It's okay.
all in front of your friends.
Just use a condom when your buddy's putting his weenie in your butthole. I was like, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had identity crisis. I was Chinese for about 6 months to a year, maybe. I went Chinese, I went black, and then I went Mexican. That was the longest stint. That was 24 years.
Yeah.
Mexican?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's because I didn't know who I was. I wanted to find placement. I wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to have lots of friends. So now when I go around anybody, I can blend right in.
Yeah.
He's a chameleon.
Okay. He's like a chameleon. He's like a chameleon. You
I am
know,
a
blend in,
chameleon.
adapt to the situation. Yeah,
When I worked
fair
at
enough.
Hogan Combs as a superintendent, I made a ton of money. And when I'd go into the office for our production meetings on Monday, I would go early so I could pass out food to all the ladies and all the guys doing the takeoffs and working on the computers. And I'd go in there and bring food to everybody. And I would tell jokes and I'd make people laugh. And I would just be real nice to everybody. And the vice president came in there and he goes, Mr. Miller, did you know that when you come here early on production day, that I lose an hour downtime from about 26 employees? Do you know how much money that is, Mr. Miller? Do you know how much money this company loses because you come in here for the production meeting? And I'm curious, I'm like, no, this dude sat back and did the math. That's how much he hated me. He sat back and did the math and it was something like a few $1,000s, okay?
Yeah.
And then we would do the production meetings and he goes, are you trying to get my job? I said, well, wouldn't you want any good employee to try to get your job? And he looked at me and goes, what do you mean? I said, well, wouldn't you want your employees, instead of being numbers, wouldn't you want them to travel up the ladder to success for being good employees?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, that's not good business because then you spend more money. I said, well, then you're looking for numbers and not people. And I'm not your man. I worked for him for 2.5 years. I quit once, came back to work for them again, and they wore me out. But that's the problem with companies. You're a number. They don't want productive people. Back in the day, if you had a wife and kids, you were hired. That meant you had to work because you had a wife and kids.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you got a wife and kids. No, we don't want to hire you.
Yeah.
And if you were honest, that was a quality that they hired you because you were honest. If you thought outside the box, they hired you because you might come in and find a new efficient way to do something. You might come in and implement some new rules that might make it easier, might save them thousands of dollars in their company.
But
They don't want that. They want a number.
numbers.
And that's why they treat people shitty, and people are in their comfort zone, stuck in the same dead-ass job they've been in for years, and they go home with a dead-ass attitude, and the kids are driving the ladies crazy. If you're a mom, I feel sorry for moms the most. My buddy goes, my wife's a bitch. I said, well, why is she a bitch? Well, every day when I come home from work, she's just mad, pissed off. The house ain't even perfectly spotless. And I said, well, what you asking for, boy? I said, you're out there working with your friends all day. You get to smoke a little joint at lunchtime, hang out with the boys. I said, this woman's got 2 kids hanging and tugging on her all day long.
Yep.
I said, and she's losing her shit because she has no downtime for mama. Because she didn't get her kids on a sleeping regimen. She didn't put her kids on a regimen where these motherfuckers are going to knock out for an hour during the day so mama can do whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
If mama wants to watch a program, take a long bath, shove a cucumber in her butt, it does not matter. Whatever mama wants to do. Why'd you say You didn't grow up with a cucumber in the drawer in the fridge that said do not eat in a Ziploc bag?
No.
I never knew what that was for. I never knew why we had one of those in there in a Ziploc bag that said do not eat. It was one of them retarded cucumbers too that had extra knobs coming off the side. I think it was a twirler.
With a curve.
Speaking of twirlers, you been to Walgreens?
Not lately.
You know what they sell in Walgreens right above the lubricant?
No.
I thought it was a cactus plant decoration. Okay, because I seen this little plastic thing sticking up like this, and then it had another little knob thing kind of coming out like this, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, when I walked by, I looked at it, and I was like, oh, that's some kind of battery operated cactus thing. And I was embarrassed because in my first brand, I thought, man, is that a dildo? And so I snuck up on it, you know what I mean? I didn't want people to see me over there looking at this thing. And then I thought, oh, no, it's not a dildo, that's my dirty thinking. It's probably a thing for your neck to work out the...
Kinks.
Oh, yeah. So I don't want no one looking at me. I go around the back aisle, and I'm up on my tiptoes, and I'm like spying on this little box, right? I'm trying to read it, and I can't read it because I'm old, and I'm looking. I'm like, man, what is this? And then I go back down the main aisle again, and I feel like I'm creeping up on it, like I'm about to do some like though if they was watching the cameras, they would have been, this guy's suspicious. He is up to something. Look at him. I was just trying to figure out what that was, and I got up there, and I looked, and I went, it was a little butt twizzler. A little butt twizzler.
A butt twizzler.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm calling it. I didn't read the name. I just read the RPMs.
Well, what does that mean?
What, you put it up in your cooch and your butthole and it vibrates everything. It's like a dildo. It was a dildo. They sell them at Walgreens now. They sell dildos at Walgreens now. You can buy greeting cards. You can buy lunch meat for the kids and chips and snacks. You can buy Cokes. You can get all kinds of good stuff. All family oriented stuff. And now you can buy butt twizzlers that'll rotate and tickle your butthole at 1,000 RPMs. So I don't know. I'm done.
Yeah.
That sounds aggressive.
I'm done with that too. Well, before we get off of here, it's a lot of things going on this weekend. A lot of things going on. And even the Hooks baseball season is starting this Friday.
That sounds aggressive.
And it's going to be fun out there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The game time 7:05 Friday and Saturday. Sunday is at 1:05. So, that's going to be a nice sunny day for Sunday, fun day.
Why didn't they pick you to be the announcer up there? Because I went to them tryouts. And everyone got in them tryouts and they've been just like this. All right, everybody, welcome out to the Hooks Stadium, number 33. Coming up to the batter's plate, it's Rock 1. He loves slow walks on long jetties, enjoys super strong chronic in the evening. Let's give it up for... And I'm thinking that's how everyone did it, and that's how I did it. Because I thought I'm going to follow suit. But the person they picked was a young lady. And she didn't sound nothing like, hey, everybody, welcome out to the Hooks Stadium. Give it up for number 30. She didn't do none of that shit. She went there and she was just totally different than what everyone else did. And they picked her. I was like, no.
Well, she has experience from, she's an announcer out there for Texas A&M, Corpus Christi Islanders baseball game. And she's with KFTX radio station.
Yep. But it was funny because she killed it and she did a great job. But when I went and was listening to all these broadcaster voices and all these people that had pretty good voices and went in and they did it.
It was over 100. Over 100. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
I was the first one.
Dude, I kept going outside, smoking chronic on this little thing right there, the little breezeway coming in. I was like, is it my turn? They finally picked me, and I thought I was going to have it in the bag, and oh, hell no, I didn't have nothing. And we had scripts. We had a little script you read
out,
And I was thinking, man, maybe I did pretty good. And then I was like, and when I heard her, I was like, she doesn't sound like the way everyone else is doing it. She's doing a different style. It wasn't the old school, hey, how you doing out there, ladies and gentlemen?
How did she do it then?
Just her natural voice as a woman, and I like her. She's pretty cool. Some people don't, in opinion, but
who is it?
Her name is Amy Fry.
Amy Fry? I don't know her. But kudos for getting a male-dominated job.
Before we get out of here, just want to let you know that
yeah, I have a shout out.
You got a shout out?
I do. So me and the girls got in contact with Blood In, Blood Out booking, and they're doing a Magic Male review.
Oh, I already got invited to go dance at Gemini, right?
And it's tomorrow night.
Dance, or is it Gemini?
Yeah. What? You're gonna be a dancer?
Yeah, I gotta iron my thong. I gotta lay down.
I'll be there with 5 of my girls.
I got knots in my thong. I tied 2 knots in my thong. Do you got knots in your thong? You never tie a knot in them right where it goes up against your butthole. That way your buddy take off running, your buddy grabs it. Pow! Right in the chicken eye every time.
He done it too.
Unfortunately, I don't.
No knots in the thong. I guess that's just
when I wear it.
What
Gemini.
is going on?
Magic Mike.
Yeah,
Gemini.
Yeah. No, it's Magic Mel.
Magic Mel.
Instead of Magic Mike. But anyway, I got a hold of their promoter, and we I did my thing, and he comped us some 5 tickets. So I'm gonna take my girls. We've been promoting. Pretty excited. Something different.
Yeah.
So I want to shout out the guys. Thank you for coming to Corpus, and I mean, not to sound like frigid or anything, but a lot of women, are married to average men, and so seeing an abbed gay guy in a thong is kind of cute if you don't know he's gay. You know what I mean? So
look at that 6-pack right there, baby.
I'd like to get a little male review local thing going on.
What's average? 4.5, 5 inches?
I have no idea, man.
But I hope they look like the picture, because if they don't, I'm gonna be fucking disappointed.
Well,
but they're safe if they have dad bods. They're safe. They ain't gonna hurt nobody with a dad bod.
This is what we got going on, so we shall see.
Well, I mean, that's okay if you're taking.
Well, we're gonna find out. Now, who got it? You want to give a shout out to anybody there, Shawn?
Not really. It's just I don't have any friends. I'm too truthful for people.
I feel you.
I don't have a shout out to all the comedians out there working hard, trying to be successful.
Yeah.
It's hard to give shout outs sometimes. I feel like it's almost a participation trophy.
Yeah.
Like you got it back in the day. That's why we have trouble, you know, writing comedy or having a website to go to, because back in the day when comedians were comedians, you just had to be in the right place at the right time, and you had to be funny enough to get someone's attention to say, I like this guy, I want to promote him. See, and I'm about to go across the street over there to your neighbors and let them know.
You should.
Did you get it? Anyway, you know, I just want to shout out to, like you said, the comedians. A lot of things, comedian scene, the comedy scene is really going strong.
Yeah.
A lot of things are happening. You know, you do the open mics, you own your tickets for the shows, and now just try to keep it pumping. Let these people know here in Corpus Christi that we are funny. Just because you're locally, and now people like big brand name. Hey, I don't wear Jordans, I wear Skechers, all right? You see what I'm saying? I can't, you know, people want big name, and just like I went to go get me another pair of glasses, well, probably pick them up tomorrow.
Nice.
And the lady kept going, oh, why don't you get these Pradas here? Why don't you get these Gucci's here? I said, man, I like these right here.
That help me see.
You know, yeah, I like the frames and everything. Anyway, I want to appreciate you coming,
Hey,
Shawn.
thank you, Wendell. I love you, brother.
Man,
I love you
it's
so
all
much.
good, and we're gonna be kicking it at the dispensary April 15th, 7 o'clock in Rolling Stone at the Panacea dispensary.
See, I'm wearing some phone books in case they try to get a nice pick out.
I ain't worried about that, brother.
Robstown.
I'll be there. Ain't no problem going on.
Anyway.
What's that? Oh, gang signs.
Forks up, Robstown. I don't know. Here we go, Robstown. Blood in, blood out.
All I gotta say is just throwing up for WW for me. Anyway, my
I know, I'm
name
on Waterburger.
is Mr. Wendell.
Mr. Wendell.
And I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Toodaloo.